YouTubers, here's Ontonagon Township Park. Probably real high top of my list kind of favorite campground. So we'll jump on the bike and we'll give you yet another tour because I'm sure I've done videos on this several times. This is the office. You can get ice and firewood. And this is down on your left are all the waterfront sites, and on the right are across from waterfront sites. They have about 75 RV sites and maybe 6 or 8 tent sites. It really is one of my favorites anywhere, and there's a lot of reasons why. But I will also admit, after going to Canada and their provincial parks, this is more of a traditional kind of campground where you don't have 3 miles in between each site. They're a little bit closer, but all the times I've come up here, the people are always nice, it doesn't get crazy, and you don't feel packed in. But this trip, actually, they stayed busy almost the whole time. There were a couple nights that they were totally booked up. This building on the left is a building you can rent for the day. And people come out and they have barbecues and they do day trip kind of things there. And it's another awesome spot just to gaze at the beauty of Lake Superior. All right, we'll keep going. Now I'm going to take you across the road to what I think referred to as the back section. It's obviously not lakefront, but it's still really nice. If you get up here, sometimes you might have to start up here before you can get to the waterfront. Many of the waterfront sites are 9-day limit. So after 9 days, you don't have to leave. You just have to leave the waterfront site. And they do kind of a rotation thing. You put your name on a list in hopes to get in waterfront. But even from back here, in many places, you can still see the lake. I mean, you're literally just across the road. So, and these aren't cramped in too much either. This was a moving day, so there were a lot of people coming and going. And this back section, you're kind of in the woods. I think some of these sites are $15 a day, which is a good price, great price with electricity. The only thing you have to deal with is you might get some mosquitoes back here. This is after a rain, so there was mud. But this campground is well kept. The people that work here are fantastic. Anything you might need, any help you might want, they're right there to help you out. Playground area for kids. One of a couple playground areas for kids. And it's nice. And if you've seen many of my videos, you've seen a lot of this campground. You've seen it in summer, you've seen it in fall with all the colors. It really is one of my favorite places. Now, they don't do reservations, but what you can do is the day of. So early in the morning, you call them, ask them to hold you a site. Either they'll answer the phone or you leave them a voicemail. And I'm going to put all the information in the description block, a link to the campsite. But if you call them in the morning, they'll go set a cone out for the site you'll get. So what they'll do is they'll call you back, they'll tell you what site they put the cone on for you, and if you watch the video, you'll see a lot of times there's cones sitting around, and they put the cone out there for you, like there, and sometimes they let you keep the cone in case you're coming and going, you know, so nobody pulls in and thinks, hey, I got a spot. No, that's kind of that guy in a van spot. They have some seasonals, and they stay there the whole summer. But again, on the right, those sites are all 9-day limits, and if you need to move, you need to move. There's the spot I've been using the past couple years because I can still see the water, and it's about $7 a day cheaper. Plus, I can pick up the Wi-Fi, and as I've said to them, I'm trying to be nice because it's a real small site that they couldn't sell to a lot of people. So my van fits, and I don't sit outside the RV all day, so it works great for me. And as you're looking around, the rest of this campsite is very nice. Again, it's not like the Canadian provincial parks that I saw where you have a massive amount of space, but it's still very nice. I highly recommend this place. Again, I'm sure some of you have seen me review this campground in the past, and you know that I'm a pretty big fan. Plus, I have local seasonal friends that I just go hang out on their waterfront sites. And at $7 a day cheaper, after 3 days, I've paid for another site just in the savings, 21 as opposed to 28. So it's a pretty good deal. Now I'm going to jump out here and ride the bike over to the other section and also where the shower house and bathrooms are, the flush bathrooms. On the left, the dump station, and on the right, the shower house and bathrooms. These sites, I believe they're 35 a day now. I should probably double check with the site before I try to release this. And also, they are 15-day limits. So after 15 days on these sites, you have to move off the waterfront. But you get a little bit more open access and more of a private beach kind of access down there at the water. They're nice. I've never stayed on these sites. I kind of prefer personally the other ones. But it tends to be a little quieter down here. And straight ahead, there's a county playground and pavilion that, you can use a playground. As well as the tent camping area. But why do I like it here so much? What's the old saying? Location, location, location. Well, in this case, it's location, location, and people. I really like the people up here. And Lake Superior, obviously. So I'll show you a little bit of still pictures around here. This is what the place looks like in winter. They get a lot of snow up here, like a lot. This is it in the winter. This is pretty much same spot today. The bridge that gets you to the shower, and over by the shower again is the dump station, and just some random pictures around the campground. They have basketball court, a view from one of the very nice sites onto Lake Superior. They have outhouses around, disc golf. This is the bathhouse, the shower house, whatever you want to call it. Very nice, always well kept clean. You have to pay 75 cents, but 6 minutes is a good shower. You can camp in a big RV, you can camp in a scamp. Camp in a pop-up, you can camp in like a teardrop. An Airstream, a converted van, a travel trailer. You can camp in a tent. Other travel trailers with big slides. Take your boat along if you want. You can take Class A. Fifth wheel if you want. Bigger fifth wheel. A little van like I got. Pop-ups. Cousin Eddie's always a good choice. You can camp in an A-frame. Small travel trailer. Truck camper on a trailer. The basic thing is, if you want to go camping, RVing, whatever name you want to give it, go in whatever you got and have fun. If you don't want to move your RV, they'll pump out your tanks for you. This is trailers in the back section. Again, the back section is really nice too. Another look at what used to be a cabin. Now it's more of a pavilion that you can rent. Not for overnight, for day use. Beautiful view of the lake. You can barbecue. They got outhouses for you. And again, that lake. I have to say, for the 100th time, Ontonagon Township Park really is one of my favorite places. I always relax well here. And that's not something I'm always great at. Like I said, the whole trip I haven't had my camp chair out yet. I like to keep moving. I figure my relaxing doesn't mean I stop moving. They were updating these outhouses. I said, that looks fantastic. I said, all we got left to do is paint it. I said, I'd leave it. So they left it. If you go to Ontonagon, you're welcome. But I suggest go to Ontonagon. Have a great and wonderful day.